Live stream is up. Sergeant, can you start your recordings?
ECS started.
Cloud has started.
Backup is rolling.
Sergeant Martinez, can you give us the opening, please?
Good afternoon and welcome to today's remote New York City Council hearing of the Committee on Housing and Buildings. At this time, would all panelists please turn on their video? To minimize disruption, please silence your electronic devices. Thank you for your cooperation. We are ready to begin.
Thank you. This morning's 27th hearing on housing and buildings will commence. We'll begin with an opening statement from Councilmember Robert Holden.
Thank you, Chair, and good morning. So as a civic leader for nearly 40 years and throughout my time in the City Council, I have worked to improve the quality of life in my district and neighborhoods across the city. I have spoken out about the poor condition properties are left in when construction is only half complete or when work stops. So under the current law, wooden fences are put up around the site by the contractors or the developers. Unfortunately, these fences deteriorate, attract graffiti, as we know, and become long-term eyesores for neighborhoods. So with the passage of Intro 1128A, where work at the construction site has stopped for at least 2 years, the green wooden fence must be replaced with a chain link fence. The chain link fence is safer, more secure, and really cannot be used as a graffiti canvas. So this is an issue that I have wanted to solve for years. So I'm kind of proud that we could come together to get this vital quality of life matter addressed by the council. These are common sense solutions to problems our constituents care deeply about, and I'm happy that the City Council would deliver on this. And you know, I've had, and believe it or not, I've had in my district, and I assume it's around the city, I've had construction sites going on 30 years with a construction fence. 30 years where people who live next to it or across the street or in the neighborhood have to put up with this. So this is, like I said, common sense legislation. I just want to thank Chair Robert Cornegy and the Housing and Building staff for helping us get to this moment. I'd also like to thank Speaker Corey Johnson and his staff, especially Jason Goldman, and co-sponsors, council members Borelli, Ulrich, Yeager, Jonai, Drum, Rodriguez, Koo, and Moya for assisting in bringing this bill up for a vote today. And so I ask my colleagues to vote aye on this piece of legislation. Thank you.
Just before we go forward, I want to thank you, Councilmember Holden. We're in a very difficult time in the city, and some people would focus away from or have us believe that we can't focus on quality of life issues while facing some of the bigger picture issues. So thank you for keeping us focused on those things that matter most to constituents in the city of New York, and obviously quality of life, public safety, all of those things that are associated with having these type of eyesores are important to address, as well as some of the other issues. So thank you for keeping your eye on the ball, figuratively and literally, on behalf of the constituents in all 5 boroughs. Thank you, Councilmember.
Thank you, Chair.
At this point, I think we can have our committee clerk, William Martin, call the roll.
Good morning. This is the May 27, 2021
Oh, I'm sorry.
committee.
I'm sorry. I thought it was Billy Martin. I'm sorry.
No worries, Mr. Chair. This is the May 27, 2021 Committee on Housing and Buildings roll call vote on proposed intro 1128A. Chair Cornegy.
I vote aye.
Councilmember Cabrera.
I vote aye, and I congratulate Councilmember Holden for a great bill.
Councilmember Chin.
I vote aye, and thank you to Councilmember Holden for your leadership on this. Thank you.
Councilmember Rosenthal.
I vote aye, and along with Councilmember Chin, I want to congratulate Councilmember Holden for his leadership on this very important issue.
Thank you. Councilmember Grodenchik.
I vote aye as well, and I want to congratulate Councilmember Holden. This is a big problem in my community. You know, it's a nightmare for the adjoining homeowners, especially. I was out canvassing the other night, and I saw a house where a dozen years have passed since that the house has been under construction. There is one in my community. I don't have 30 years, Councilmember Holden, but I do have a 20-year house right by Cunningham Park. So it's not the perfect solution, but it is a great step in the right direction. And I appreciate your advocacy here. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Jonai.
Congratulations, Councilmember Holden, and I proudly vote aye.
Councilmember Rivera.
I vote aye.
Thank you. Councilmember Lewis.
I vote aye.
Councilmember Perkins.
Thank you very much for your cooperation. I vote aye.
Thank you as well. Chair Cornegy, by a vote of 9 in the affirmative, 0 in the negative, and 0 abstentions, the item is adopted.
Thank you very much. Thank you again, Councilmember Holden. The hearing of May 27th